Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Fantom price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Fantom chart. And before I kickstart the video, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And in this video I'll be starting my analysis here on the daily chart by first giving you the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out before I jump to the higher time frames, where I'll be giving you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out. And here on the 1 hour chart, you can see that at around the $0.16 mark, that is where we made our low. That is our lower low here on the Fantom chart. And after seeing that lower low, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upside in a move that has been obeying the Elliot structures, and that is what is going to give me the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, where you can see that this bounce to the upside, I'm terming it as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. Then after seeing the high for that first wave, we saw this ABC corrective structure in the formation of a second wave. And after seeing the formation of a second wave, whatever we expect next is a bounce to the upside in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3, and that is what I'm expecting to play out on the short-term scenarios here on the Fantom chart before we see a wave 4 and then a wave 5, fully maximizing the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside, and getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this wave 3, which I believe is information here on the Fantom chart. I can first sketch out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave down there to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.3521 mark, and that is the minimum that I would expect this wave 3 to the upside to do before we see a wave 4 and then a wave 5. And because a wave 3 to the upside is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that wave 3, and that Elliot wave structure that we expect within the formation of that wave 3 is right here in yellow. So I have represented the impulsive nature in the formation of that wave 3 in this Elliot wave structure right here in yellow, where we have completed the formation of that first wave to the upside after making our peak at around the $0.25 mark. And because a first wave to the upside is also an impulsive wave, we also expected to see a fractal wave in formation within that higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside of this Elliot wave structure in yellow, and we are seeing such a structure having this Elliot wave structure in blue, having the wave 5 completing the formation of that first wave to the upside. And now my primary scenario is that we are going to see a bit of a retracement over here in the formation of this wave 2, and because the second wave is a corrective wave, I'm also expecting to see an ABC corrective structure play out in the formation of that wave 2, and we also seeing such a structure having this as the wave A, then a wave B, then I'm expecting one more low in the formation of that wave C to fully maximize the formation of that second wave to the lower side. And using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the first wave, we can sketch out a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of this second wave of this Elliot wave structure in yellow by connecting the fibs from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, between the $0.2208 mark and the $0.2138 mark. And that is the minimum that I'm expecting this second wave to the lower side to do. And also using the trend-based Fibonacci, we can still sketch out a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of this second wave using this ABC corrective structure that I have right here by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the high of the wave A to the low of that wave A, then drag the fibs to the high of that wave B, and that gives me a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this wave C at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.2163 mark. And that target area of the formation of that wave C fully maximizes the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, and that is what I'm expecting to play out here on the short-term scenarios here on the Fantom chart. And once we see the formation of this second wave of this Elliot wave structure in yellow, then we can expect a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then the wave 5 should fully maximize the formation of that wave 3 to the upside of this Elliot wave structure right here in red. So that is what I'm expecting on the short-term scenarios. And giving you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, we can first jump to the daily chart so that I can give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, where you can see that Fantom, from these low prices that we had been trading here on the daily chart, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, making it to an all-time high in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market where we had been seeing our prices in this ABC corrective structure, which took us back to around the $0.16 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2. And after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, we expect a bounce to the upside in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 3, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $5.7769 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting Fantom to do on the long-term scenarios. And to support that movement to the upside, we also had a chart pattern information over here on the daily chart, which is a falling wedge, which was giving us a breakout to the upper side, and we have started to see the breakout to the upper side, where we have also managed to break above the 20-day MA, meaning it's acting as support for us to continue pushing even higher. And after seeing the breakout to the upper side, I'm expecting to see a retest of that upper trend line of that falling wedge, and once the retest is in, then we can continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 3 to the upside. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. And if I get back to the 1 hour chart so that we can also take a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the 1 hour RSI, we are trading at around the 54 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the lower side in the formation of that second wave of that Elliot wave structure in yellow. And also taking a look at the MACD, on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, meaning no prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.